2019, the Dhoni's run-out decision was controversial.
I don't think so. It's a perfect run-out decision. The amount of time which it took to the third umpire to it added up to the TRP ratings.
Hi all, On the Mic proudly presents its first video of interviewing the stars. So we have the first guest as Sadashiv Iyer. So welcome you, sir. So we have many questions to you because this is the first time we interview an umpire. So not only we, many general public, many cricket lovers have many questions towards the umpires only, not even the players. So starting with, how did you start your cricketing career?
It runs in the blood actually. It's been for my grandfather, father, everybody has played the game, but they couldn't reach to it. I was fortunate enough to play first class cricket, so it has been in the blood, so it is just carrying on the tradition of the family.
So your grandfather played too?
Yes, he played, not that thing, he was a club level cricketer.
Okay.
My father has played up to university level and also I have played first class cricket.
You are continuing that?
Yeah, just tradition is just carrying on.
That is nice of you, sir. So the hurdles faced by you?
It's a normal hurdle that every child will have it. Sports is still in India is not a career oriented thing. Still people have their apprehensions about that one. That's okay, but once when I started doing well as a sportsman, when I represented my school, then my state, then I got a lot of support from the family. And again, I will also like to tell the same thing for the parents also. Keep helping the kids, give them if they are good in sports. She can look at making a good career out of it nowadays.
Sure. So your favorite memory in your cricketing career, sir, which will stay forever or long?
When I played my first class cricket, the first ball which I faced in my first class cricket, I drove the ball straight drive, and straight drive is supposed to be one of the difficult shots to play in cricket. So that will always be, it is always fresh in my. Whenever I see somebody playing that straight drive, I immediately
get a nostalgic feeling.
Yeah, I have that videos again replayed in my mind immediately. So that's been there.
So your diet when you are in playing 11, sir?
Can you come again?
Your diet when you are in playing 11?
Nothing. Yes, I just I was been very conscious about not eating very fatty food. Tried to cut a lot on the oil products. Then sugary substances, I used to be quite away from that one. So those things, and also I used to make a diet which used to be very simple and light, so that you keep focus. Because if you eat a very starchy food or a oily food, you feel sleepy, and also those things were there. It is adjustment is always so
you have to sacrifice many things.
Always.
Okay. Life goes on sacrifice.
Life is about like the more you sacrifice, if you have to reach certain levels or certain goals in life, there are a lot of sacrifices everybody needs to make in every walk of life. So maybe I sacrifice certain things which I could achieve something because of it.
Sure. So we have heard that you are an opener.
Yes.
So for an opener, fitness must be there. So it's not surprise that when you are opening, it's your fit, but you are maintaining fitness at 48 also. So that's secret.
Yeah, basically I was what you call a wicket keeper opening batsman. So wicket keeping is supposed to be the toughest job in cricket as far as cricket is concerned, because he needs to be, he's the guy who's super fit in the ground. So if he's fit, means he takes care of the ground, match, game, everything and all. So that way, and earlier days when we were playing, and like I didn't contribute much in the game, so I used to get up after the game. I used to just go for a good fitness schedule. Many times at 4 a.m. in the morning, 4:30 in the morning, used to get up and go for a hill training and all those things. Maybe at those younger years, the struggle, that effort, what I put is now helping me to keep me in that same shape. So that is. Fitness, yes, today's world, the way the world is moving in a direction where it is very stressful for everyone, mentally and as well as physically. So I think the fitness is a very important.
95 jobs.
For everyone, it is very important to have a good fitness regime.
So the diet is being followed?
Yes.
Super. So there are many compliments for you for that diet, because controlling diets are not an easy thing.
Basically, we have a problem with every human being. Detachment is the biggest problem. We don't know how to detach ourselves from with certain things which we love a lot. So if we know how to discard and do away with it, I think that will help us.
If you attach or detach, the life will be
that good. Will be good.
Yes, sir. So tell us that if you having a chance, with whom you can open the innings now? An Indian player and a foreign player.
Indian player, I will love I would love to go through Rahul Dravid
Right.
because I know him as a personally as a friend also, and he's one of a great gentlemen to basically you can learn a lot of things from him. Foreign cricketers very difficult to say because I have not interacted much with people, but whatever I have learned from the now the current era is like somebody like Kane Williamson is a guy who carries every individual with him. So many a team like the team like New Zealand, they have been so successful over a period of time. So that could be one of the things like.
So, talking with New Zealand, the 2019 World Cup. So, what can be the decision given?
See, that was the playing condition for that tournament, so you couldn't do anything much, and they knew that it is the playing condition is all about. Now, the thing is like cricket is governed by so many laws and playing condition. For there, whatever you do, there will something which will happen. Once that certain incidents happen, then only you can rewrite lot of things and all, or add or subtract or do something where you can so that
The amendments
justice
can be modified after.
justice can be done after a certain time. So because when you write a certain law or playing condition, you really can't really think that which direction it will go where you need to make the amendments and all. Can't do anything. It is a history past. Coming forward now, moving forward now they have come up with a concept of playing a super over. So the super over is going to continue till you get a result on the field.
Okay.
So that's a good thing to happen upon on this.
So endless super overs can. Okay. So how has Ranji Trophy evolved from that 90s, 80s?
Yeah, I played in the 90s, and now there's a huge difference in the standard of fitness of the players and all, and awareness amongst the players. The players know what they are doing and all. And now the thing is like you have so many support staffs coming up. They are doing that, coming across giving a lot of feedback, inputs, and all those things to the people around. So that is also the thing. There was no videos and all at the time. Maybe at the time, had we got that opportunity of getting videos and all, I would have said that we could have improved a game this thing, but we were more onto
the fame would have been
differently. Now it is like so many, like you have a batting coach, you have bowling coach, fielding coach. Their duty is to fine tune
and the head coach monitors everyone.
They fine tune you and pick up all the shortcomings and then make you more better, stronger to be feeling on the ground.
So after many memories, you should have been retired, of course. So what went through that?
As I told you, getting detached from something is always a difficult part. Yes, I know. But yes, see, in the world, everything comes with an expiry date. So you need to accept that the expiry date is nearing for you. As you are nearing the expiry date, try to prepare yourself mentally so that you will be in a better frame of mind. And then, yes, being a player, still love to play the game. I'll be there and there.
Yeah.
Not there on that black this thing. Still love to play the game. But now my job is to do that job because I'm a guardian of the game, which I have to do a bit.
Okay. So umpiring, was it pre-planned or sudden? How did you get
nothing pre-planned actually. Basically, for a cricketer, you have very little scope post-retirement. You either need to become a coach or an administrator, or you become a match referee or umpire. I thought umpiring is the thing where I'll be very closely associated to the game. When I stand there, it is not about only me giving an out, not out decision. I will also can see a good cricketing talent on the field. Many a times, like when it is projected on the ground, when the score sheets comes on the newspaper, you will see this guy has got a 80 and 90, but I will not view it from that point. Somebody would have got a 40, but his innings would have been more matured. He would have been in a position. So that things helps us to pick good talents, which we will work on them to get to the next level.
Your toughest call?
I think it was one of the under 16s game some years back in Bombay. Had some about total, it was 40 wickets fell in that game. It's outright game. So I think about 32 decisions, which was from my area. It was a wicket which was doing a lot on that game. So it was a tough game that was.
So being an umpire, you should be an expert in the ethics, right? So what MSD did in 2019 RR, can you elaborate that?
See, I won't say whether it is right or wrong. It's very difficult to say that. But one thing is like, see this thing. My thing is like, even many a times you would have seen the coolest guy also loses your temper in everyday's life. It is not that he himself. And many a times on a toughest guy who is in a toughest situation, he will act
maintains that temper.
Yeah, very coolly and all. it is a state of mind at that time what you are, and it varies from time
Match
to
to match.
time, situation to situation, match to match. So it is very difficult to say whether it is right or wrong. It is more an individual state of mind at that point of time. That is it all about it. Then.
So, can we walk?
Yeah.
So, just a casual walk. Come with us. These are the trophies run by Indian Cements, and you will know the secret of the trophies that come with us. The introduction of umpire's call has raised many questions to cricket viewers and cricket lovers and many players too. So, can you elaborate it? How it's differentiated from the original decision and the umpire's call?
See, it is like if the umpire has given it out, it will stay as out. If he is not given it out, it stays as not out. See, basically there are technology, there are things in this thing. There still the people are working behind the scene to get a lot of things. So over a period of time, what it started, the way the DRS started or the umpire's call, and now what it is there has been we have moved a long way forward. And maybe it's little more time as it passes, then it will be people as
more clear.
Yeah, as people start watching games, they will understand it all about this thing.
So the role of technology in cricket, how important it is?
I think it's a very good thing to have the technology. Basically, an umpire has two cameras, that is his two eyes. So, whereas when there is a cameras are there, you have in a live telecast game, you are about 40 odd camera, that is 40 eyes are there in the game. When the 40 is obviously 40 is a bigger number, so that's something an umpire misses, that camera will not miss it. So that is going to help the umpire to take a decision on the field of play and give a justice to the game, where you see the basic idea of what is the idea of the game, to play it fairly and do a justice to the game. So these technology is going to help the game to be played on a fair note with all the justice being done on the field of play. I think that's a fantastic thing, and it also takes a lot of pressure off from the umpire, because umpires, things happen so fast that he may miss out something. If that can be corrected with the help of technology, I am for it.
Yeah, yes, sir. So, being surrounded with the boisterous situation, how can you judge the caught behind is whether it's out or not out?
It will come with experience. It is basically the thing is like when you're doing a game in places like
Will
Bombay.
that sound come to the mic?
No,
which
we don't get. It is only everything is we
An
judge it on.
assumption.
Yeah, we judge it on the field. 30 for like the grounds like Calcutta or Mumbai. It's so noisy that you can't hear it. But as you umpire, we can make out with the players' reaction and all those things. You know, many a time you can see it very evidently. Sometimes we go with our intuition. Sometimes we are right, we are not right. That's part and parcel of it.
yeah, the greatest display of ethics. Which
I think
you have been experienced.
not on my personal front. We have played so many, but very difficult to remember. But yes, on an international front, I remember that MS calling. I think Ian Bell, if I'm not wrong, who was the batsman, I don't remember.
Ian Morgan, I think.
Yeah, so he called him. No, not Ian Morgan. I think
Ian
someone,
Bell, I think.
Ian Bell,
Ian
I
Bell.
think, if I'm not wrong. So he was called back for this
Ian
thing.
Bell.
Yeah, so that was a good thing on a part of this thing. That needs a lot of courage. That shows the character of a captain. He is there to play the game on a fair note. He is not there to.
The game should go in right path.
He is not a guy who wants to win at any cost or every cost. He wants that the game should be played fairly, and whoever wins it, fair. It's accepted. That's the way it should
Cricket
be.
wins at last.
Yes, that is what the end result is. That.
So decision declared by third umpire for LBWs and all, whether it's the accurate decision or it's the full 100% perfect.
98 to 99% it is perfect. So it is because it's a technology which is going to give you the path of the ball. So because there are a lot of things when you from the front on what we see and what shows from the side on, there's a huge differences there. Many a times from the front on you see the ball is very close to the bat, but the side on the ball would have already hit the pad or it would be behind. So those things because the front it's a two-dimensional image for an umpire from front. But from the side on that's a different. So when those things are done, two pictures are merged, you have a different picture altogether.
How does the third umpire work? What is his work?
See the game direction in the which the game is progressing now, the third umpire is the most important member or the most important link in the game. I will say that he is an indirect director of the game. From there, he runs the show in a different way. He is the guy who can help out the on-field umpires in anything and everything. Every decision is on-field umpire's decision, but he is the guy who supports them from all ground, because he has the aid of the technology. He has the proofs with him. Because tomorrow somebody challenges something, he can show the proof. This on these proof, I have worked on this to give these things. So that is the it's a good. And most important thing for a TV umpire is communication skill. Because now things are going live to air.
Yeah.
You are going to listen what the third umpire is saying. Everybody is listening. So you need to communicate well. Communication skill is a very important area for a TV umpire.
So is there any examination for umpiring?
Yes, the state panel has an examination. They conduct courses for before the examination about 2 weeks and all, and then they impart the senior retired umpires and all. They will take classes for these boys. Those are going to appear for the examination. After that, there is an examination. Once you clear the examination, then you have your medical test, then you have your viva, then you have a practical, then you get into the field of play. So it is a process. It is not
So the book which is
there is a book called as Laws of Cricket, which is available in most of these sports stores. Is hardly about 50 rupees or something like that. So it gives you an idea about how the laws are framed. What is
46 laws.
42 laws. So those things are within that parameter, and there are sub laws in that one. And to support that, there is something called as playing condition, which is changes. Like in this one-day game, the laws will never be written about this thing in that how all these fielders, and that's called as playing condition, where first 10 overs 2 fielder needs to be outside and all the maximum is permitted and all those things. That is called as playing condition. So like the question what you asked about that World Cup finals. So that was a playing condition where it was clear that if this thing happened, this will be the result.
The momentum went through that.
Yeah. So that is the thing.
So you are umpiring. So you will be like a team, or how it will be?
Yeah, we are a team of about 4 umpires. That is the 2 umpires on field. Then we have a TV umpire.
Known faces only will.
More or less, because we have been now in the circuit for so many years. So there are about so we know most of them each other. Many times in India now that the Indian BCCI has come up with a good concept where the foreign umpires come to India from different England, from Australia, from South Africa. They umpire with our guys, and same from Indian umpires also go there. It's an exchange program. So that's a good thing where you interact, you go and learn from there. They come and learn from the thing. We share experiences. So that's a good thing to learn about.
So in 2020, last year IPL, Dhoni had a complaint that the COVID protocols disturbed their practicing like that. So did umpiring have anything?
I don't think so. It had anything. Even I don't think so that COVID protocols had any issues with the company, because that was the need of the hour. So you cannot be sitting indoor for a longer period of the time of the year. So the things has to move on at some point. So to move on something, some protocols needed.
Have you been in any protocols?
Yes, I have already gone through 4 or 5 protocols.
How tough?
Yeah, first it is initially first 5-6 days it is that, then it is like our mind is such a thing, it gets adapted very fast. So we need to put this is what we have to move forward, means automatically over a period of time. Then now also yesterday I came by finishing one of the games. So that was a protocol of 15 days of that's a bio bubble thing. Fine, that's okay. But at least an opportunity has been provided for everyone. Players, for the officials, for the other scorers. So that's a good thing. So it's nothing the thing. But if it is the need of the hour, you can't do anything about it.
You can't deny that fact. So any examination?
Yes, examination. After you pass your state panel, once you become an umpire, then you go into the BCCI panel. There you have your examination. There you clear, and then you same all this medical test, everything and all. Once you do that, then you start getting into doing interstate games and all those things and all.
Your advice to the emerging players and umpires?
Anyway, I'm out of the players mode, but still I'll just say that now everything is there in your platter. You need to eat it only. It has been served in such a way now. Only thing nowadays, people just need to pick and choose what they want to eat from that plate, and you have to back yourself. What this as simple as play hard, play fair, but play hard but play fair. That is what my advice is all about.
So in 2019, the Dhoni's run-out decision was a controversial decision. So
I don't think so. It was it's a perfect run-out decision. It's a perfect.
So-
Only thing, it took longer time
Longer
because
time.
of some technology error issues were there in that this thing. It was a perfect thing. It was from that front on camera. It was clearly that his bat was nowhere close to the crease. So it was a perfect. Only thing, it took maybe it only the amount of time which it took to the third umpire took it added up to the TRP ratings of the Star TV. That's what it's all about.
So many discussed that Varun Chakravarti has emerged in a very great way. So your views on that?
He's a good cricketer, and because he is a mystery bowler. See, nowadays, like if you are going to bowl one stereotype type of a bowling, then you are picked up because of so much of videos available with all these players. So this thing, they keep watching the thing. What when you release the ball in this way, what does the ball does? When you release from there, what does? So you need to have some different spice to your bowling. So he's a mystery. So he's a mystery. That is why what he does, it is like every day. Sunil Narayan does something so that still he is able to create impact. Now Varun Chakravarti is because they do something different from normal others and all. So that's a good thing. So that is why he's been picked in the Indian team for that, because he's a mystery thing. So mystery is always a suspense for everyone. As simple.
So talking about Sunil Narayan, many have a question that his actions like Lasith Malinga and Sunil Narayan's action are not like normal bowlers.
So that is-
how the umpire can
It's
allow that so everyone
No, but again, it's not fair. It is not unfair. It is fair bowling action only. They have a different style of bowling. It's very a different style of bowling only. So there's nothing unfair in their action. It is everything is fair in that one. They are it's within the laws and the laws of the game. Whatever is there, they are within the laws of the game. So that is nothing unfair about it.
So let's talk about this match.
Yes.
So just show that cameraman Shriyari. Yeah. Can you know what's going on? Sir?
This is the
Let's-
game
can
which
walk-
is yes. Sure. No problem.
Come with us, DJ. அப்படியே வா.
தெரியல, அது இன்னும் பார்க்கணும்.
வந்திருக்கா?
Between the teams in the Egmore Cricket Club versus Aruna Cricket Club. TNC has been doing a fantastic job as far as promoting this game of cricket is concerned. They have been doing well. As you have seen, that TNPL also has been a big success over a period of time. And good cricketers have been emerging from this. And especially Chennai's Tamil Nadu Indian town. They have a good cricketing culture. I think this is one
Yeah.
of.
Thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
And thank you for joining us. Keep supporting and keep subscribing.
Thank you.